Next up is Melissa Neal.
Okay, I know we're over time, so I'll try to be brief. Everybody's probably looking forward to some coffee. I think some of you may know who SciQuest is. We'll just very briefly tell you about us. We're a software and services company based in the Research Triangle, North Carolina. We've been around since the mid-1990s. We did go public a couple years ago, so if you really want to know a lot about us, you can go out and read to your heart's content. We've specialized in research procurement, so we've been working with life sciences organizations, again, since the very beginning, really working with a lot of mission-oriented organizations as well, higher education, public sector, and healthcare. We also have some chemical companies, oil and gas, consumer products. We provide a combination of software and services. And a couple of the things that make us a little bit unique, we focus on procurement and supply chain. And we really focus on integrating into the procurement systems when we talk about chemical inventory management for research and development. These are just some example customers. Again, some of those may be here today using us for various types of applications, so thank you. So the product I'm going to talk about is called Enterprise Reagent Manager. This is for chemical inventory management in research and development. It's being used by 7 of the top 10 global pharmas today. And again, that procurement integration is one of the things that makes us unique. It's a very tight and very thorough integration. And one of those reasons is to make it very easy for researchers to find what they need. With a single search, you can search multiple sources of information and also have that, again, linked into procurement so that all the things that are purchased, as far as can be, are purchased on contract. So the savings can be enormous. And we'll talk about that in just a second. We can also see into inventory systems, storerooms, and stockrooms. Why buy it if you already have it, for example? And we integrate with a variety of other types of applications. So SAP, ChemAxon, Ariba, 3E, who's an EH&S provider. So we'll talk about them as well. So with ChemAxon, we have several joint clients. GSK, Novartis are examples. We like the ChemAxon set of tools. The clients are extremely happy with the cartridge to date. So that's been a real benefit for them. It's integrated into one of our products. I'll show you that in a second. We also actually use some of their drawing tools within one of our procurement applications. So every customer using our procurement product can use a structured drawing tool from ChemAxon. So this is an example of what a landscape might look like with SciQuest ERM sitting there in the middle and ChemAxon as one of the sources of information. Essentially, the researcher can search in one place across all these different types of sources for the reagents and supplies that they need. And ChemAxon, again, is one of those components. They also, again, live as a structure drawing tool inside our application. Once the researchers found what they need, we can send that through any approval processes, so we can integrate with lab management systems, other types of applications if needed. Can be approved, for example, by EH&S. Is this a bioweapons precursor? Is it radioactive? Is there something special about that? We need to make sure that the person was authorized, for example, to order this. And then it's integrated into the procurement process. Make sure, again, that it was on contract and track those expenditures. Once it arrives, or once the purchase order is created, we also capture that information. And then it's not on this diagram, but later, once it arrives, we also record that as well. So these are some of the examples of the types of savings you can find when you integrate chemical inventory for reagent management tightly into purchasing. So we typically can make a very strong business case that it's worth doing to come in and analyze this process. Can save millions of dollars per year. And even for a small organization, even 50 researchers and more, there can be a pretty compelling business case to save the money. But also, again, making this really easy for researchers to find what they need quickly and from the right sources. So Erica, I tried to rush quickly through. If anybody has questions, I have a table outside. Happy to tell you more. Thank you.